You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. So we woke up Monday morning to a report that five-star cornerback Eli Ricks is leaving LSU, entering the transfer portal. Our buddy Sam Spiegelman had it first. He tweeted, this is about 8:45 this morning. Former five-star cornerback Eli Ricks entering his name in the transfer portal. Freshman All-American was injured and sidelined for the season in October. He accounted for 11 tackles, 2 PBUs, and an INT. So Sam Spiegelman had it first. Others have followed with the report that Eli Ricks is entering the transfer portal. Ed Orgeron did meet with the media today, and Ed Orgeron was asked about that report. Here's what Ed Orgeron had to say.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Eli. I haven't talked to his mom. I heard the same reports. I guess they're true. I don't know if they are or not.
I guess they're true. I don't know if they are or not. We are talking about Eli Ricks, former five-star number one corner in the country, freshman All-America, Eli Ricks. One of your best players on the defensive side of the ball, Eli Ricks. You heard the report and you're not sure if it's true? I mean, I have a pretty good solution. Call him! Text him! Elias, are you in the transfer portal? How in the world do you not know if your best cornerback, understanding Stingley's already out, if your best cornerback available to return isn't in the transfer portal? How do you go onto a podium in front of a microphone and say you don't know? Like, you have to know you're getting that question. You saw the report. You wouldn't find out before you go have media availability because you know you're going to get that question? I mean, if this isn't the definition of, bleep it. I mean, we probably should have known this would be the tack Orgeron would take when he got fired and they had that press conference and he said this.
Not my job.
Not my job. Hey, what advice would you give?
Not my job.
Not my job. Yeah. We should have known last week whenever he's just popping off at the mouth saying whatever he wants and he said this.
Put somebody underneath the bus, whatever they call that. There ain't no bus over there where I live, okay? I'll just tell the truth, and that's the truth. We should have put them in better position. So those that write that, later. You can say that when you're a lame duck coach.
You can say it when you're a lame duck coach. Because why? Bleep it. You can say it when you're a lame duck coach.
Not my job.
Not my job. You can attempt a fake punt up 17-0 on a Sun Belt school because not my job.
Not my job.
You can do that when you're a lame duck coach. You can pull the guy who started the whole season for you against Arkansas and let the kid that hadn't played at all play. Because why? Because, bleep it. Well, let's see if it works. Why not?
Not my job.
No, not my job. The interesting thing about Eli Ricks is this, and there's a gigantic, a massive difference between reporting something with sources anonymously and having someone go on the record. And Eli Ricks' mother, Shauna, went on the record whenever Elias had surgery to end his season. She spoke to me directly. We talked about it here. And she spoke to Brody Miller. I mean, she went on the record. She, used my name. And the quote that she gave Brody is, Elias plays through pain. This is not an opt-out. This is not, he's going to transfer. He's injured. That's what Eli Ricks' mother said a month ago when his season ended. Elias plays through pain. This is not an opt-out. This is not, he's going to transfer. He's injured. His mother specifically said that he's not transferring. Circumstances change. But what Shauna told me directly was, look, I have a job here. Her husband has a job in Baton Rouge. Their other son is enrolled in school in Baton Rouge. They bought a home in Baton Rouge. They have extended family that's from Louisiana. Like, they established roots here. Their family did. So a month ago, Elias wasn't considering a transfer. Per his mother. Not me, not sources, not any reporter. It's his mother saying it. So don't point any fingers. Sometimes circumstances change. And I think this is a product of changing coaches, of regime change, of things happening like this, where you know that if you change coaches, two things are undeniably and unavoidably going to happen. You're going to lose players and recruits, and you're going to gain players and recruits. You hope that the give and take is either a wash or a benefit. There are going to be other guys on this team that are not back next year. There are going to be recruits that decommit. We've already seen one. But the flip side of it is when you bring a new coach in, you're going to get transfers in. You're going to get recruits that otherwise weren't being considered. Look at basketball. Kim Mulkey brought players from Baylor. Jay Johnson brought in Jacob Berry from Arizona. Like you're going to get a benefit from that as well. So there's two things. Number one, whoever the new coach is, you sincerely hope that new coach can get in place and re-recruit this roster and start with Elias Ricks. And hope that just because you enter the portal doesn't mean that you're gone. I mean, he's got to stay enrolled in school if he wants to be eligible. John Emery learned this lesson last year at this time. But hopefully the new coach can re-recruit Elias Ricks and convince him to stay. I don't know if he can. I have no insight or no information to tell you one way or another what may happen there. But that's chore number one. The other thing is when you look at the cornerback room in 2022, with or without Elias Ricks, you're very thin. You're losing Derek Stingley. Dwight McGlothern's back, and he's been the breakout star, really, of that room this year. He's proven to be the next of the long line of great ones. And he'll be starting on one side next year. Cordell Flott, who Pro Football Focus at one point this season had graded out as the most improved player in college football and the best slot corner, nickel corner in the slot in all of college football this year. When Ricks and Stingley were both injured, Flott moved to the outside, and he's played very well. So much so that I think Cordell Flott's going to have an NFL draft decision to make, which was not the case starting this season, but he very much is going to have a decision to make after this year. And if Flott leaves, Stingley and Ricks are both gone, you have McGlothern on one side. The only other cornerbacks you have on the roster is Radarius Jones, as far as a scholarship guy. Now, you got other guys listed as defensive backs, like Derek Davis is a safety who might be able to play corner. I mean, Sage Ryan has played some nickel for you this year, is also a safety. But you either way, I mean, you hope you can re-recruit Elias Ricks. You hope Flott stays another year. If that's the case, McGlothern, Ricks on one side, Flott in the slot. Then you got Radarius Jones. You got Sage Ryan. You can keep Jay Ward at safety. You get Major Burns back, and you look really strong there. But, man, if you lose Ricks to a transfer, Flott to the draft, now you are super thin at that spot. And it's been a strength of LSU's for a long time. But your numbers do not play out there. And you're going to have to go get into the transfer portal for help at cornerback if Elias Ricks does, in fact, leave and Flott goes to the draft. So Cordell Flott's draft decision is going to be massive for LSU to watch this offseason as well. So Elias Ricks reportedly has entered the transfer portal. His head coach has said, bleep it, doesn't even know if that's true, so couldn't confirm it. But the new coach will have work to do, see if he can keep Elias Ricks in the boat in Baton Rouge. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.